Hello,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Hey there. My computer and I are at war today. So at some point we will get it restarted.
That's always fun.
I think I had to click on this meeting 4 times to get it to open. So
Wow.
my Zoom streaming worked today. So that's positive. Transferred all my computer good juju over to you. Have you heard from Amherst at all? Uh, Only last week when she said that this was a better time for her. So she should be here. Perfect. Thank you. I think we're at something like 46 or 47 days to go. I have too many people who send me countdowns too often. I know Friday was 50. Very exciting. And and while we're waiting, Margaret, do you want to do a quick update on CLA? I'd love to hear. I heard from Adriana that the session went really well.
Oh, good. Yeah, I thought it was really great. Kristen did a fantastic job. She really had the bulk of the presentation there that she was able to scale down. I know she does a really she can do a really extensive talk on the touchy subjects there, but she scaled it down. I think she made it really relatable to the public library atmosphere. It was very well attended. We had some great engagement from participants at the end of her presentation, some really good questions. Some folks stayed after to talk to her a little bit more about that. And I think that she made a connection with someone in Ridgefield. I know that Ridgefield has been doing a lot, so she might be doing some more with them later on. So it was very well attended. Went really well. We got good feedback on that too from conference review. So thank you so much for your help with that.
Yeah, no, so glad and sorry to have had to miss it.
It's how it goes. It's okay. We missed you there, but Kristen did a fantastic job.
Is this Kristen Robinson?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great.
If you want to kick it off, Amris, we were just chatting about
Kathy's
CLA.
got a dentist appointment, and I know Andy can't make this time. So I don't know who else we may be waiting for. So
I also have an email from Liz that she has a conflict.
Okay.
And she'll jump on when she can.
Okay, great. Let me find the agenda. It's probably from Rachel. Go. Sorry, our conference is 2 weeks away now, so we're in the. Thank you I saw that go out with the grants email, so please, thank you, Connecticut Humanities. Great, okay. Hi everyone, welcome. And does anybody have any updates? 250th is coming fast and furious.
I mean, I think I'm happy to throw a few updates there just because they're kind of fun. So one, we had our press conference last week. It went really well. It was recorded and broadcast by CPN. So we can share the recording of it. We had the governor speak. John Larson was there. Kid Governor was there. The statewide office of marketing and tourism, Denise spoke. We had many of our sponsors in the room and other partners, particularly in the Hartford area that we've worked with. And just overall, it was really a great launch, particularly in terms of like visibility and stuff, and tons of press. So it was really exciting. We've seen quite a bit of pickup in local media for the press conference. Along with that, there are some other initiatives that are happening at the state level. So Deep announced their Sky's the Limit Challenge, which is their annual hiking challenge, and they've themed that to the 250th. So they've included lots of their museums and historic sites and some of their more historic state parks, which is really exciting. I also heard from DOT really recently that they are planning to wrap some of the different MTA trains and some of the CT transit buses into 50th colors. So there will be some visibility around the state from them. DOT has also worked with Andy to get posters at rest areas and other sites that tourists will be driving through. Well, tourists and locals will be driving through this summer. And they've created, and by they, I mean Andy and the Yukon Design Center has created really great posters. I think there are 38 in total, highlighting different Connecticut stories via objects. And if I thought my computer could pull them up quickly, I would share them, but I'm not going to bother because that's not going well today. So we can get them out in an email, but those should be going up in the next week or two, and we should have them visible all over the state. I know we shared back at the April commission meeting that CT Visit is up and running. They are doing a ton of social media and native advertising. So I, for one, have been heavily targeted by things to do for the 250th in Connecticut. Every time I open my phone, it feels like. Hopefully others are feeling the same way. But there is a lot going on at that level that we're starting to see, and it's all really exciting. I think that's it.
Sounds busy. We've got at the Connecticut League, we have our conference coming up on June 1st, which has a 250th related theme. So that's, and yeah. Any other updates? Otherwise, I think we can move on to, I think stipends are next. Is that right?
Yeah, so we wanted to let folks know that we are doing stipends for municipalities and affiliate organizations. We launched the application last week and are starting to process those. Municipalities are being given $750 stipends, while affiliates are getting $500 stipends, mainly because while working on all the things we are asking of municipalities, we realize that we've asked them to take a slightly bigger lift over the past few years. So we've gotten really positive feedback from this in general, and we'll update folks on total expenditures kind of at the July meeting. But it's been a nice way to thank the people who have planned a lot of events and done a lot of work for the 250th. So we're glad we're able to do that. And so kind of moving on, the other way that we are looking to get out some of the funds that have been raised through sponsorships is to sponsor events around the state. And we've got some things on our radar, but wanted to see if there are any events that you all feel strongly that the commission might want to have a presence at. I think to begin, we are looking to partner on a couple of the Juneteenth events in New Haven. We have been working with Hartford Bonanza and with the city of Hartford on the 4th of July. So that is kind of the big thing that we see happening in Hartford, but are also now in conversation with the Maritime Festival in New London. They're really looking to revamp that. They're hoping to get some tall ships in this year in September. We're also excited to see some events that stretch out into September so that it is not all concentrated in 2 weeks in July. But we are also reaching out to the Deep River Muster. Great. As that will have, I think I saw 250 fife and drum corps. And part of this is just looking to get some visibility for the commission and for the commission, for the sponsors of the commission, and get in front of lots of people. We are creating some flyers with different municipal events on them. So this is an opportunity to get those events out to lots of people in the general public and hopefully people who are interested in attending other 250th events. So we see this as useful in a variety of different ways for us and our purposes. But if there are any events you all feel strongly we should be considering, please let us know. Happy to take recommendations now, as we know things are coming quickly down the pike. Or if it's more of a wait and see as events come across people's desks, feel free to connect us. And we also know that some events are getting sent over directly to the governor's office, and their staff is sharing them with us as well. So we're definitely thinking about how to get around the whole state and not just be in Hartford. So related to that, we are getting, as we get events from municipalities and other organizations, we're starting to get requests for commission members to be at these events. And Rachel, I know you were working on that. So if you want to talk about it and where we are and kind of pulling that list together. We're getting things submitted in lots of different ways. So it's been a challenge to get it in a way that is easy to share.
Yeah,
right.
This is my most recent attempt at making sense of it. I think everybody should have access to this. I put it in the engagement folder.
Okay.
Rachel, could you just share your screen? Because I don't stay logged in with my CT250, so I'm gonna have to look up the password and log in and all that.
Yeah, I have 1,000 windows open. Please
Okay.
hold.
We won't judge you.
I don't even remember how to share my screen. There we go.
These are so funny. I love this. Act as a representative of state of Connecticut.
Yeah.
Cute. They want a representative of the state of Connecticut, and what they want them to do is act like one.
Mhm. Yes, I will say there are like limited details on a lot of these, some more details for some of them.
Governor, yes.
A lot of people that will need to reach out to get more information from. Some it was more just like, hey, come. There's like a exhibit at a historical society on this list. They're not looking for somebody to actually do something. They're just inviting us to go.
Yeah.
So we'll be sharing this list out with the commission in general. But I do think if there is anything that you all see and automatically you think you would be a great candidate to participate, feel free to let us know. We know that there is a lot on and around the 4th of July. So trying to figure out how folks can be in as many places as possible will be difficult.
You think?
And there was a disclaimer on this form that said we will not be at every single event that we get invited to. It's not possible. So they're not expecting every single event will have somebody.
How many are there?
On here, 38.
Yeah.
But some seem kind of nebulous. There's only, what, 23, 24 maybe that have, 25 that have specific dates, or is it because we don't have the information, or it hasn't been completed yet?
Yeah, I think some of the like these TBDs, they may have filled out the form like a month or two ago and not had the details yet. So it wasn't on the form when I was pulling it all together. But I think we do have information for some of these that has come in since, just in different places that has to get pulled in.
Okay.
Yeah. I think in trying to gather information early, we did not gather the most complete information, and hate to ask people to fill out the same form again 3 months later, even though in some cases it probably would be helpful because we'd have a lot more information. So we're piecing things together. But people are excited at the idea of having folks participate and see what they've been planning. So we do want to make sure to share out.
So what do you need us to do today or for homework related to this?
I think in terms of homework, if there is anything that you feel like you could attend and represent, please do. We'll add a column for commission member. Please let us know. And like I said, we'll share out with the rest of the commission.
Yeah.
And then I think our homework will be to, in any of these cases where they're looking for a speaker or anything like that, I think we would be happy to put together talking points for you all and get them to you at least a few days beforehand, hopefully a week beforehand, to give you time to massage them and make them sound like you. But we're happy to do that. Yay.
Where it says state official, what does that mean? Like, I'm not a state official, but I am a commissioner. Are they, I'm assuming we should only, if there's something we can do as commissioners, unless that's what we should be looking at, the ones that say commissioner.
Yeah, I think the wording on the form was state elected official. So I think
Oh, okay.
Okay.
it was like an
Elected
indication that they were
official.
looking for like
Okay.
a representative or
I see. Yeah.
but I think if they can get, at least if it was me and I said, we can't get you the governor, but we can get you a commissioner, I would say yes.
Yeah. So we should basically ignore that if there's something that we think we could be at. Is that
I
correct?
think so. And we'll reach out to them and confirm that they are happy
Okay.
to take a commission member.
Mhm.
But I think the ones where they've also requested a state official, we will share with the Secretary of the State and the governor's office and the lieutenant governor's office. So for us, that was helpful.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I just know those schedules are very difficult to coordinate. And
Yeah.
so I know we can't promise to have folks elected officials at all of them.
I can't believe you even asked them to give that as a choice.
It is in part because we are getting a lot of questions from
State
the
official.
governor and the lieutenant governor's office and the secretary of the state's office. So, yeah.
So I have one of my questions is I know I was talking to Jason and there's like whatever 7 events across the state that are going to be the big deal events. Is that right? And I'm just wondering if those are on here and if that has been like because the governor is going to try to be at 7 of the events, something like that.
I think 5.
5, okay.
Yes. Jason keeps adding events and I don't think.
Sorry.
10, 9.
Sorry. It could have been 5. I maybe don't remember or was paying less attention than I should have. So
Yeah, no, don't worry. I can share the tentative list of 5 with everyone. We still are reaching out to these organizations, so it is not a confirmed list of 5. And so that would be New Haven's Juneteenth, Hartford on July 4th, New London for the Maritime Festival. Very tentatively, Litchfield when they have the tent there. Please tell me you know what I'm talking about. The replica of George Washington's tent from the Museum of the American Revolution is traveling around the country, and it's going to be making a stop at the Litchfield Historical Society in October. So again, trying to spread out events.
Yeah.
And we do feel that is one of the bigger profile events that'll be happening in the Northwest Hills. Though, if anybody has anything else, we're trying to get representatives or events throughout the state, and certain parts of the state have slightly fewer big events than others. So those are 4. And then I think the 5th is Fairfield County, and we're looking at potentially Greenwich with the tall ship that will be there on June 28th. So those have not been added on here. I am hoping that this week we can negotiate what sponsorship of those events will look like, and so get like a final list to the commission by early next week with more details. And then we're also looking at doing smaller sponsorships of events. So have spoken briefly with Durham about their reenactment that they'll be having in October. Have on our list to reach out to the Deep River Muster, which I mentioned earlier, and a few other conversations. There are questions about what we might do, for example, in like a Mystic. And what we'll say is that, especially for the larger events, we're hoping to sponsor free admission to museums during the 1 or 2 days that these larger events are taking place, so that folks who are in town for these bigger festivals are able to get into museums and see exhibits and see the history objects that are taking place. So we're looking to make it kind of a 250th weekend in a lot of these places. So all come together very quickly, and we're hoping to kind of clean up the plans really this week, so that we have kind of official announcements, and are planning to send out press releases with the big event, along with the different museums that are open to the public for free, and kind of package it all together as a weekend. So it's exciting.
That's great.
Cindy and Rachel, I'm happy to attend events, and I'll take a deeper look at this when you send this out. And I'm even happy to travel, and not to add extra homework to you all. My concern is going anywhere, and obviously it being at a location that for whatever reason is not accessible. So certainly, if there are any that it's like, oh yeah, that's definitely accessible. Like, let me know, and I'm happy to go to those. And if there's a way to gently ask those that we may not know about, that would be great too. And like I said, happy to attend whatever I can.
Yeah. No, that's perfect. And we can definitely gently ask. I know CT visit isn't as easy as our form used to include whether a site is accessible, and that's not one of the questions on CT visit, and I don't think we were able to build it in. But we can reach out for events, and I think in some of the cases we'll know the answer. Like I think in Durham, we're in the middle of a field, so I always have concerns.
Sure. Yep.
So we'll let you know.
Perfect. Thanks.
Good. Okay, so it sounds like you're going to share this with the whole commission when it's kind of ready for prime time, and in the meantime, we can take a look, and if we see anything that we want to sign up for, we can do that.
I think so. I think maybe my only other question is there anything else that we should be including on here that would be helpful for you all? Like, I don't know. I don't know if we have the information, but if we have affiliated organizations,
Right.
I think that might also be helpful. I think in some cases we'll have it, in other cases we won't.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if we know like what entity the request was coming from, like is it the town, is it has this pretty much all been from municipal?
This is pretty much all from
contacts?
municipalities. I think this
Okay.
was when we shared with them.
Right. Then
So
don't
it
worry
should all be
about
from the
that.
municipality or whatever organization is running
He's
it.
kind
for
of
the
running the
municipality.
250th in the
Yeah.
town. Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
probably we would need contact information, because you don't want to be involved. I mean, I would imagine you don't want to be involved in finding out where we should park and where we should be and all those things. So we could reach out. So if your email is, this is I'm connecting, or your email might be, this is the person who will be coming to your event. You do the virtual, the RCC,
Introduction.
please
Yeah.
follow up with them. That's another way of doing it, just so we don't have to, like, it's whatever is the least amount of work really for you guys, because logistics are the hardest things. For me, it's always, where should I park? Like, what time should I get there and where should I park? And are you saving me a parking space? Because
And how far is the walk?
yeah, right, exactly. And I will give a little note, because this is interesting, because I think we're just, different state offices are learning about accessibility, Jonathan, to your point. And
Yeah.
CT Visit should have that question because that's state funds and they're subject to federal, law. And so those kinds of pieces of information have to be captured, but I don't know that every agency and every division within every agency is as attuned to those things as other divisions within agencies.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, so thank you, Liz.
No,
I was also surprised that that
No,
was
no.
something
I
that
think
they
it,
were.
I'll
Yeah.
I'll do a gentle follow-up with them just because they're not in compliance.
Yeah. That's important.
I forget that compliance is a bigger thing for state agencies than it is for nonprofits. Not that nonprofits shouldn't be compliant, but
Well, here's the thing. I will tell you right now that, we are, the Office of the Arts and SHPO are federally funded. And for the Office of the Arts right now, they are coming down on us. Like if we give that people federal money, their programs need to be compliant. And they need to have a couple of things on, so we are actually, passing that information along, although we know not every organization is going to have fully compliant, but the federal regulations are people are paying attention much more.
Yeah. For the online stuff too, that has been, I mean, there's been some big deadlines about that, and we have been thinking about that with Connecticut Collections, which works with the state. So I'm kind of surprised that CT Visit isn't going through this as well.
Well, I'm guessing that the website is compliant because the state is compliant to the second highest degree that it needs to be compliant. So it is all good. But when
they're just not asking the questions.
Asking the question, right? It's sort of like a thing that for those of us who work at historic sites and we would think that that was important, but I don't know that translates. I mean, I think probably the letter of the law is being met, but there's another piece that they could be adding to actually be helpful to all constituents.
Okay, so are we good on the summer event schedule?
I
Do we have
think so.
anything to add to that item? Okay. Outreach updates is our 5th item on the agenda. Looks like so where do we stand with affiliates and local committees in terms of numbers?
So affiliates, we are at 249.
Last deadline this month. You'll get there.
We need
we definitely will,
more.
because there are way more than there's more than one who has already submitted an application.
Right.
So we will get there. Local committees, we are at 152, 53.
Let me pull it up.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of
152.
names more recently.
Yeah.
What was that, Rachel?
152.
152. All right.
So we are very close. We've done a lot of direct outreach to the towns that are missing. I don't know that more direct outreach is
They'll show up at City Hall. Hello.
But Jason has even done that.
Really?
Yeah. So I am still hopeful. And we'll continue. We're now sending more updates that include all of the mayors, whether they've signed up or not. And I think that so those updates are going out more frequently. And I think that has made a difference because we've gotten a few people who are like, oh, you don't have my event info and you don't have me listed. And we're like, oh, great. We're so excited to hear you're doing stuff. We'll now get you added to everything. So I think we'll see more of that. But we did want to update you all and let you know where we stand. The final deadline is May 31st. So we've done some outreach to 250th related projects that have been funded by CTH. And we realized that certain organizations we really thought were affiliates are not. So we've done some of that kind of outreach. But if there are any other folks who feel like a good fit or seem like they should be encouraged. We've reached out to a lot of the organizations that have been recommended to us. Some have come in as affiliates and some haven't. So I would say if there's anyone at this point that you think would be a good candidate, if you all might reach out directly, that might be a better introduction than us reaching out to them. So I think that was what I was hoping for that. We will be at the Leaks conference. I think as always, if there are any other conferences or programs that we should be thinking about, please let us know. I know summer's a little more quiet for kind of conferences and that kind of stuff. And we have been reminding all of our affiliates and all of our local committees about the programming survey that we're asking them to submit at the end of the 250th. So we are hopeful that the reminders are encouraging people to track attendance and get that information. And I hope that come January, we have lots of numbers to share with everybody. So I think that's about it. Anything we're missing, Rachel? Any questions you all have?
Good work on the local committees. I mean, I think that that list on the website is up to date. So yeah, there are a couple that are still really surprising to me. So I might do a little ping, but
If you know anyone, feel free to
Naugatuck, like
ping them.
really Naugatuck? Kind of
So they are doing, somebody's doing something there, but we just don't have a contact for the town,
yeah.
really.
We've had lots of conversations with them too.
Okay, well, I'm probably not going to be able to do any more than you have. Okay, well, good. How are you guys doing? Are you hanging in there? It's a busy time.
It's busy.
We're excited to have you at the conference.
And you knew it would come to this. I mean, it was gonna get here,
It was gonna
right?
get
That was
Exactly.
inevitable. So
Yeah.
I was at Ace Hardware, and what did they have? They had, in addition to like flags for Memorial Day, they were selling America 250 branded flags. And I've seen like buckets at the Home Depot. I went to
bought
like
a bucket.
archaeology program. Like the bucket has America 250 on it. And I was like, where did you get? I thought they got them donated or something because this was like a like a public archaeology program. And they were like, no, those are from the Home Depot. And I was like, okay, it's back, all of everything covered in bicentennial. It'll all be semi-quincentennial stuff.
There's an interesting exhibit right now at Southern Connecticut State University comparing bicentennial merch with 250th merch.
Cool.
So there was a feature on WFSB or Fox 61, one of those, NBC. But it's interesting. So I think the general feeling is the bicentennial had a lot more historical figures on their merch and a lot less just red, white, and blue. So I don't know what it says, but it's interesting.
well, it's interesting. So I was traveling last weekend and I was in Wilmington, North Carolina in the airport there. And as I got off the plane, like in the little, store, they had a lot of bicentennial, semi-quincentennial, sorry. Now it's in my mind. I blame you, Emma. Merch. And I was like, oh, I'm going to look at this when I get off because I haven't really seen very much in Connecticut. And I saw a sweatshirt that I really liked and I held it up and it was really nice. And except that it said Land of the Free, Home of the Brave on it. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I can buy it because of that, right? Like, I feel like I'm not I'm not feeling that right now. So yeah, so I didn't buy it. So I think it's interesting to see, what could change. That would have been a whatever $60 sweatshirt purchase, but I was like, I liked everything else on it. It was like flags over time. It was good,
Yeah.
but I didn't want that on it.
Hmm.
So
And what I'll also say is that we're gonna have some Connecticut 250 merch on the CT merch website. If it's not up already, it should be up any day now. So there will be some merch available for folks.
that's great. Has Morgan called that website yet? Because they're going to do a big decluttering of that website.
I don't know.
Okay. I know it's on
I
her
know
things to do.
as of Friday or Monday, it was going to happen any day now. And I
Okay.
just don't know if it's happened yet. Merch CT.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
So once we see it go live, we'll let folks know.
Oh,
But yeah, so that's where you can get your Connecticut 250 merch.
It's great. It's just
So
didn't even know about
there's
this.
too much on it right now. It's all printed to order, and it's all printed to order in conjunction with the contract that UConn has with their supplier. So right now there's like every possible option of what you could possibly order, and it's too many. Like it takes too much time. I started looking because I was like, oh, I'm going to buy something. And then I'm like, yeah, I know I'm not. And so when I was talking to Morgan, she's like, I know, don't worry. So, but I'm psyched about hearing that there's going to be CT merch. That's great.
Yeah.
I mean, 250, sorry, 250 is CT merch. No.
I followed. Yeah, it'll be fun. It won't say America 250, but Connecticut 250 is good.
Oh, 100%. It's better. 100% better, 1,000% better. And you should let that like shout it all out to us because we can, as commission members, like spread the word on that. And if there's anything we want to buy, then we could like do social media posts and things like that.
Yeah.
I know everybody wants to have the same sweatshirt as I do. Like that's a total thing, but or not. They're like, oh no, we don't want to wear this.
I don't understand some of these, but
Yeah.
maybe that's basketball related.
There's a lot of different things. So
Yeah. It's quite, I'm only at the eyes.
yeah. So it like I went away because the first time I looked at it, I'm like, oh, wait, no, I can't. I was overwhelmed. I was like 10 minutes on it. And I'm like, I have no idea what I would buy on this. There's too many choices. So anyway, I have to pop,
Yeah, I think we're done.
but okay, good.
Are we done? Okay, great.
Okay.
We're done.
And I think it may help just thinking about for the commission members, like if you want commission members to go out and about, might help by starting with that. Here's 10 events that we would love to see commission members at. Here's another 10. You know what I mean? It might be less overwhelming to people. Just knowing and also knowing. I said to Jason, oh my God, your whole team has got to spend July 4th in Hartford. Sorry, that sounds busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hate huge crowds. So the idea of going to Hartford for the fireworks is like when I could just get downtown and watch them.
I
on
don't
the
even
river.
like going downtown. I don't actually like leaving my house for anything. So, where there's going to be large, numbers of people. But, if I can help, like where my museums are, like there's like, or closer to me, like that feels like in alignment. They may think it's nice because they may know who I am, like, so, but I may not be special enough. So there's that too.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time.
Okay, take
You
care.
get really lost in this Connecticut merch. My
I
goodness.
know. Get off while you can.
No, I've got things to do. I have to